You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes and bold opinions today on drugging children
Yay!
in office or work from home.
Ooh.
And will disco foot ruin this show?
I'm intrigued.
I am too, and I know what's going to happen. We are going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I'm Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. Today, we start with this. Can you go from infamy to sympathy? Kristin Cabot was caught in her boss's arms at a Coldplay concert last year, and, well, she's done hiding now.
Uh-oh.
Now she is the one doing the finger pointing.
Oh, it's everyone else's fault but hers?
Well, she does take some accountability, but like I said, along with a little bit of that responsibility she takes, she starts trying to spread around some shame that's not all hers.
Okay.
Kristin Cabot, the former head of HR for Astronomer, the company, is airing her grievances after becoming the fodder for social commentary in the aftermath of getting caught embracing her boss in the summer's most viral Coldplay Kiss Cam moment. In her first interview since the moment made headlines, Cabot recounted how she felt famous figures, including celebrities like Gwyneth Paltrow and the co-hosts of The View, made her humiliation their material. She told the UK newspaper The Times that once internet sleuths identified her and the CEO of Astronomer, and the original TikTok video received 100 million views within days, the incident took a life of its own. She says, my immediate reaction was, holy S. Andrews here. That's what she told the news outlet, referring to her estranged husband, Andrew Cabot, the CEO of a rum distillery. We were in the middle of an incredibly and amazingly amicable separation. I was worried I would embarrass him. He's an amazing guy and does not deserve that. She continues. Then a beat later, my mind turns to, oh God, Andy's my effing boss. This is a bad look. Boston's not a big town, and while it wasn't an Astronomer event or anything, there could have been investors or other staff there. A quick break here from the story. Rebekah, do you really think all those thoughts ran through her mind?
No, I don't at all. I think she's had plenty of time to now think about it. And I think she's maybe mad that people are profiting off of something that she did and she's not getting a cut of it.
That is a solid take.
Yeah, like, I mean, in all honesty, she's looking back and she's like, "Oh man, Gwyneth Paltrow made money off of me. Even the company made money off of the whole incident. Like their stocks and stuff skyrocketed. So I guarantee you, most of this is going to be boiling down to a money situation."
Yep. Well, Cabot and the now former Astronomer CEO Andy Byron were with friends watching Coldplay perform in Foxborough, Massachusetts on July 16th. God, I can't believe that was that long ago. It doesn't feel like that long ago.
No, it doesn't at all. Wow, that was in the summertime.
Then the Jumbotron cut to Byron and Cabot cuddling in the crowd. The pair immediately scrambled apart upon spotting themselves on the big screen, prompting lead singer Chris Martin to remark, either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
So you know what's funny about that whole thing? If they had just acted normal, nobody would have known. Nobody would have had a clue that they weren't married and that they were cheating on their spouses if they had just acted normal. But the moment you duck out of the picture, okay, red flag, spidey senses up.
That spotlight just got brighter.
Yeah. I mean, enough for Chris Martin to chime in.
And he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. He was like Al Michaels calling the U.S. hockey team beating the Russian team, do you believe in miracles type of moment.
Yeah.
Chris Martin throws up there, either they're cheating. It's like he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it.
Did, absolutely.
Did you ever see the crowd shots, like the wide shots of that concert, sort of from behind stage, behind Chris Martin from a low angle, and you could look up and to the right a little bit and see the pair in their embrace up in the balcony? I mean, even without that light shining on them, This was
Right.
before the moment happened, before the
Right.
kiss cam happened. You could see them plain as day. It's
Yeah.
obvious to see why the kiss cam went to them, because they're standing out at the edge of the balcony like, look. It was almost like Leo and Kate in Titanic.
I was gonna say that. They were literally I mean, if you're willing to sit there through an entire concert and embrace one another, absolutely the camera is going to come at you at some point. Like, what are
Mhm.
you thinking? That's weird. Why first of all, why are we touching this much in public? That's weird.
Yeah. And my take on it is this: both of them, the CEO and the head of
Mhm.
HR, Andy and Kristen, they both have said it was something that happened in the moment and we regret it. There was no long established affair, nothing like that. It was just a bad decision in the moment.
Mhm.
I call BS on all that.
Same.
Um, they seemed quite comfortable in each other's arms.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that they were not having an affair leading up to that moment.
No, not at all. And like I know she said they were already going through like the separation process. Why is it so difficult for people to just wait? Why is it so hard to just wait until the divorce is final so that it makes life easier and better for everyone when that paperwork is taken care of?
I have a theory.
Okay.
So in that divorce situation, the way my theory works is it's kind of like when you're a kid in elementary school
Mhm.
and you're counting down to recess. And when the recess bell hits, what happens? You shoot out of your desk and you blow through those doors at the end of the hallway and you're running out onto the playground in the field, as are all the rest of the kids, right? So
Right.
you're not just going out to recess, you are being unleashed upon the playground
Okay. I get that.
because you've been cooped up for like 3 to 4 hours.
Right.
That's the type of marriage that these people were probably in. They knew they were going to leave it. They knew the marriage was going to end. They knew the divorce was going to happen, but
Mhm.
they feel cooped up like they're in second grade math and just are counting down to not recession, counting down to recess.
Yeah.
Right. And so when it actually happens and they separate, that's when the doors to recess open up and the bell rings and there they go. They don't even wait for the official divorce papers.
Okay.
They now feel like they've been told it's okay to go do this, even though by law standards it's not.
I get what you're saying. However, in the situation with recess, the teacher has already announced that recess is coming in 20, 30, 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So, at the very least, you should have made some kind of announcement to your inner circle of people like, hey, the separation is coming in 3, 2, 1. That way, people aren't like questioning what you're doing with somebody else when you haven't actually announced the separation. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, that totally does. In my version of my off the cuff metaphor here
Yeah.
is that your spouse is in the class with you and you're both looking
Yeah.
forward to recess. Yeah.
I agree with you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if, by her words, the amicable separation going great, he might be doing the same thing, but he may not be doing it on a jumbotron somewhere. He might
Sure.
just be doing it in quiet.
Right, absolutely. And also the odds of going to a concert and like going viral are slim to none. Like I said, if they had just played it cool, nobody would have been the wiser.
And that's the other side of my belief on this. They knew
Yeah.
so much that what they were doing was wrong.
Mhm.
Their immediate reaction was the most honest.
Yeah. Like they caught themselves, if that makes sense. They
Mhm.
told on themselves.
In order to, in that situation, in order to respond in a calm, cool, collected manner
Yeah.
and not draw additional attention to yourselves, you would have to have um, rehearsed it or been through it before.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like in sports, you practice, practice, practice. So
Yeah.
when it comes time for game, now it's just muscle memory.
Right, exactly. And they have not done that clearly.
No, there was no practice. They went straight to the game and they were like, ah, and then poof, they split. And then Chris Martin called them out. And the rest is honestly infamy.
Yeah.
So, based on the little bit I've shared with you so far on the story about their situation becoming material for The View, an ad for Gwyneth Paltrow to
Yeah.
do, our show and countless other shows, is it wrong of us to use her and her situation as material?
I'm not going to say it's wrong, but I also won't say it's right. It's definitely a blurred line type situation. But I'm also from the camp of like, hey, if you don't want people exploiting something that you've done, don't put it out there. Like, never put yourself in the position of somebody recording you doing something wrong to incriminate you or whatever, right? It's the same reason I won't get the DNA stuff, like the 23andMe. I ain't doing it because I don't want my DNA showing up somewhere along the lines of a murder, okay? That's the whole thing. Like, I won't do it so I don't get caught, even if I haven't done anything.
Just in case you decide to murder someday.
Just in case. I've always got that in my back pocket. I'm safe.
I've gone the opposite route. I did the Ancestry DNA thing.
Yeah.
When that came along, I think there was a Black Friday sale. My wife bought it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I am a 46-year-old man who was adopted at birth with no knowledge or information about my biological family. And I was presented a Black Friday deal to throw a grenade into some people's lives.
You're like, do it.
Hell yeah. Let's drop that sucker. Let's see what happens.
Did
anything
come of it?
No.
No.
That's the downside of being the grenade, is that there has to be people on the receiving end of it, because apparently the people that were involved in my conception have done a really good job of keeping it quiet, so much so that they're like, we're not taking those tests.
So they're like me. Well, I'm not getting caught for nothing, man.
That's right. And so I kind of give them credit on that. Makes me think they're, big picture thinkers like I am. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go. That's where you got it from. Your non-existent parents. That sounds so bad.
It does, but it's okay. I'm semi-adjusted to it. The astronomer, former chief people officer, which, by the way, I hate that title.
I do
chief
too.
People officer. That's such a lame ass title. Anyway, Kristin Cabot, the astronomer, former chief people officer, felt that the company poured fuel on the raging fire when they shared an ad featuring Gwyneth Paltrow as a temporary spokesperson shortly after the incident occurred, because Paltrow was likely chosen because she was married to Coldplay's Chris Martin from 2003 to 2016, and they share 2 kids together.
Exactly why they chose her.
And if memory serves me correctly, the company behind that ad on such a quick turnaround was none other than Maximum Effort, which is the company owned by Ryan Reynolds, who excel in these quick turnaround ad campaigns, taking advantage of a viral moment and extending it for a benefit. And that's exactly what happened here.
It was literally a classic case of marketing 101. Exactly what you should do in this situation is exploit it for all it's worth. And they did. And now it's over with, lady. Like, move on. We've all moved on.
Well, now she wants sympathy.
No.
She told the Times that she was appalled and threw away everything she owned from Paltrow's Goop brand.
Oh, no. She threw it away.
Yeah, that'll show her. She says, I was such a fan of her company, which seemed to be about uplifting women, and then she did this. I thought, how dare she, after the beating she got for all the conscious uncoupling stuff? What a hypocrite. Ooh, there it is.
I mean, I do feel like, though, Gwyneth did a real good job of playing all that into her brand. I think she did a nice rollover after the divorce and into Goop.
Yeah, I don't think
you can be mad at Gwyneth Paltrow for cashing in on something. Yeah, I don't. She's just mad because she's not getting a payout. I guarantee you.
She's mad about that because on one hand, if I was in her shoes, my thoughts would be, okay, if a bunch of other people are making money on my situation, I should be too. And I don't disagree with that.
Same.
The problem is she doesn't know how to do it.
Right.
She doesn't know how to monetize her viral moment, basically.
Right. She could have started with like Scandalous Affair candle line or something, and really could have skyrocketed and made some serious cash in on it.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention, depending on how the whole thing could have or would have worked out, there might have been a situation there for, a lawsuit on her part against the company. I mean, there's all these different angles that could have, would have, should have happened. But at the end of the day, I think what happened was what was supposed to happen. They got caught. They knew they got caught, and they immediately, tried to hide.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all over from there, because you can't come back from that. They caught you in an honest reaction, and you went into hiding.
Yeah. That was your first mistake. I'm like, if anything, learn from like when David Letterman got caught cheating and somebody tried to blackmail him, and then he just came out with all of it and they had nothing on him, and everybody forgave him, right? If
Yeah.
you had just gone in and been like, yeah, we did this really bad thing. We probably shouldn't have done this. We probably shouldn't have done that, but we're not going to hide. They probably would have saved some face here.
Yeah. Similar to what Hugh Grant did after he got caught
Yes.
with a hooker in LA. He went on Leno's show and
Yeah.
said, yeah, I did this thing.
I'm very stupid. Everybody forgive me. And guess what? We all did.
Yeah. And it removes all that additional fodder. So this is what happens when you vacate and you leave a vacuum. The vacuum's going to suck something up, and if you're not there,
Yep.
it's going to find some other stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be you. Bye.
This might be the most divisive topic we've ever covered on Unsolicited.
Really?
The most unexpected, yet possibly the most divisive.
Okay.
I feel like when you see this and hear this, you will think of me on one side of the field and Rebekah on the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
And in the center is a game of disco foot.
When you combine soccer and dancing, it's called disco foot. Here's everything you need to know. Disco foot is both a soccer match and a dance performance. It combines the basic rules of soccer, but has one rather important difference. Dancing is required at all times.
So for those of you listening to the Unsolicited Show podcast, open up your minds and listen to me, or take a quick break and go watch this portion on the YouTube side of things, because that helps too. But imagine a very small AstroTurf soccer field with a number of adults not really playing soccer as it is. They're dancing around a soccer ball.
It's like interpretive soccer.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it. I like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, while wearing gold lame shorts.
And I appreciate the two guys doing their warm-up stretches. Or maybe that was one of the dances. I don't know. But yeah, both teams are doing their own dances irrespective of each other. So it's not a coordinated dance between the two teams. Each team is doing its own thing. And then occasionally someone kicks a ball and maybe it goes into a net. Now back to our explanation from the package.
Continuous dance improvisation follows the soccer ball, but also gives merit to what is referred to as the battle, which plays a vital role in winning the game. The sport was created on April 13th, 2016, and conceptualized for the Ballet de Lorraine, a French contemporary dance company by Peter Jacobson and Thomas Cayley, two dancers and choreographers who have collaborated with one another since the 90s. A 2018 TV special called Disco Foot, written and directed by Jacobson and Cayley, highlights the performance match for all to enjoy. Each match features one referee and 3 artistic judges. The judges assess the teams on their artistic merit, scoring them twice, first at halftime and then again at the end of the match.
I literally just gave the judges a lap dance.
Yeah,
that's how you win.
This is unruly. That's what this is. Look, in some of the dances that they're doing in the background, it looks like a Monty Python choreographed dance kind of a thing.
I just love the Lords of Leaping back there.
There was that guy who was in front of the wall, like they're doing a kick, and you're supposed to have the wall to protect in front of the goal.
Yes.
And then the guy just does the leaping thing across all of it, and he's not playing soccer. That guy's there to dance.
100%. I mean, I think everyone is there to dance. That's certainly what it seems like. I'm not mad at the sport though. I kind of like it. Will I play it? No, but will I watch and laugh? Yes.
That's where we find
with the world.
That's where we find ourselves now. You on one end of that field dancing around like a crazy person, and me on the other side thinking I came to play soccer.
But the dance comes first. Soccer is the second in the list. So it's not as important.
You're right. I mean, it's there in the name, disco foot. It's not,
Right.
foot disco, because
If
then
it
there
was
might be
foot disco, different story.
yeah. My thing is, look, I am a sports guy. I like my sports. I love my sports. And if you want to dance, I say dance. Dance is an amazing art form. I don't need the two combined. Unless you're just so happy after having scored a goal or a touchdown, then you do a celebration dance. Fine.
Okay.
But I don't need both at the same time.
You want to keep it separate.
Yes. I want you to play the sport, and then when something great happens, you're so excited, then you break out into a small dance. Fine. But I don't want the halftime show and the game itself to collide.
But they're just having a good time, Dan. Why you want to squash their fun?
Normally, I'm on team you do you, but in this case, I want you to stop.
I see nothing wrong with it. I'm here for it. In fact, I think the spectator portion of the game is probably the most fun. Like, give me a glass of champagne and I could probably watch this all day long.
See, I can't say anything against your logic, because that's how most of us men watch sports already, is just to drink and watch. So I can't fault your logic there. I'm still faulting what's happening on the field itself.
I think if you have a few more drinks, then you will be a part of the game and you'll enjoy yourself.
That's going to take more tequila than exists on this planet. Because that's not going to happen with typical liquor. That's got to be special tequila stuff. You know what? Actually, maybe even above that. Like, you got to bring out the official absinthe in order for me to want to watch this sport.
What's the worst part of it? Is it the outfits that they're having to wear? Is it the fact that there's really no competitive sport happening, really? They're just dancing. It's just like a dance party.
That's what it is. If it's just, then again, I'm not against dancing. I'm all for it. I grew up in a very theatrical family.
Sure.
While at the same time being an athlete and trying to be an athlete in the middle of this theatrical family. So I am a hybrid of the two. Okay. I don't mind if you have a play action pass followed by a pot of beret. I just don't want them at the same time.
This kind of reminds me of Quidditch. Remember when everybody was playing the Harry Potter game and we're like, but how does it work? Because you can't fly.
I'm with you. To me, that was silly, because it's a bunch of dudes just running around on broomsticks. It's like, you're not playing the sport unless you're flying around. Strap a jetpack on your back. Now you do some real Quidditch.
I mean, technicality on that end. I mean, I still don't understand how you play the game. I get it. There's dancing. There is a soccer ball. But how do you actually score and win?
I'm glad you asked. Here we go.
The judges assess the teams on their artistic merit, scoring them twice, first at halftime and then again at the end of the match. These scores are combined with any goals scored to determine the winning team. Remarkably, a team can win by excelling in dance, even if they haven't scored any goals. A standout feature to Disco Foot is its inclusivity. All genders are welcomed on the field, and self-expression is wholeheartedly encouraged. As the Ballet de Lorraine puts it, this match doesn't have time for the usual hyper-masculinity attributed to football. We're just too busy dancing. Would you play Disco Foot? Let us know in the comments.
That's my favorite line of the entire piece. We don't have time for the hyper masculinity of football. We're too busy dancing.
I love it. I think it's great. I'm like, you do you, bravo. I'll sit and watch. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that I would play it, but I would definitely watch.
I'm the guy that if I was playing it, I'd be super, super angry, because while everyone's dancing, I'm racking up goals, and it's not going to effing matter because my goals don't count at the same level as a choreographed dance routine.
Okay. Have you ever witnessed the 3 and 4-year-olds playing soccer? This is an appropriate representation of one of those games.
Except choreographed.
Yes, but honestly, how can you tell if it's actually choreographed? It looks to me as sometimes that everybody's doing their own thing, which is exactly what children look like on the soccer field.
A recent survey has divided the internet. Business Insider asked, would you prefer a $240,000 a year in-office job or a $120,000 a year remote one?
Ooh.
Yeah, this is really interesting, and the findings were extremely fascinating because respondents were split,
Yeah.
with the lower paying remote job winning by 1 vote.
That's what I thought. 1 vote.
1 vote. That's how closely split this was. And I am kind of stunned. 5 days a week in the office for double the amount of money than the work from home gig. And we're not talking like a 30 versus a 60, income differential here.
Right.
We're already talking about a good paying job at 120 or 240, which is a totally different level in my mind.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely a big money difference for sure. But I think that work from home has a lot of perks.
365 readers answered the informal survey following a viral TikTok. 183 answered they would choose the $120,000 remote gig, while 182, just one less, chose to go 5 days in person for double the salary. In follow-up conversations, 8 respondents, 4 on each side, explained why they made their choices. While the reader survey is not scientific, the results and the reasons people gave for why they voted the way they did offer insight into how workers today view those trade-offs. So you got one person said, if it wasn't for remote-based work, we probably wouldn't be able to attract and retain talent that we have. That's from someone who is in a hiring position. You've got one respondent named Arlton. He says, life is meant to be lived, not to be put under the microscope. He's advocating for remote work and, of course, trying to be more open for travel. One person said, I'm so much happier working from home.
I don't disagree with any of the reasons that have been brought forth at all. I mean, I've had both situations where I've had to go into an office job, and then I've had a situation where I've worked at home. And being able to roll out of bed and go to work is phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
I'm a firm believer in, if you can do the job just as well from home as you can in the office, then there really shouldn't be that much of a pay difference.
Agreed.
Now, if we're talking like a 5% difference kind of a thing, and you get 5% more being in the office, then I think you really would get a lot more people saying, no, I'd rather stay home. It's not worth it.
Yeah, sure.
To me, once you double that salary, going from 120 to 240, I will take that extra money and buy a GD Prius to get the extra gas mileage to get me to that 5-day work job. I want that bag. That's what I want. I'm at the age now where I'm done being a man for the company and kind of stuff. I am now transactional. I want the money. Show me the money. Give me the money.
No, I get that. I totally understand where you're coming from, but I also feel like maybe you haven't worked with a really, really stupid boss.
I'm going to need about 5 minutes to go laugh over here after you said that. Because, woo!
Because I can tell you, if I had the option to avoid a certain boss for the entirety of my career while working under them, I would have absolutely chosen stay at home to avoid it altogether.
I certainly understand and appreciate that perspective. When I was going through it, I was like, you're going to pay me. If you want me to keep going through it, you are going to have to pay me. And they kind of did. So I stayed with it for a little while. And
I think we all did.
It worked out for the time that it did. And then eventually it came to the unsurprising end. But ultimately, I at least got paid through the turmoil.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. Sure.
Yeah.
I think anybody can put up with enough awfulness if you're getting paid the right amount of money, for sure.
That's the idea. And that was also kind of my negotiating standpoint. I was like, look, you can pay me to deal with this situation, or you can deal with it. And they're like, will you sign here, please? I said, yeah, fine, let's do it.
So you're definitely going with the money. You want more money to be in office.
Yes. I know what it's like to work for money and be miserable. It might be my lane.
You're like, I'm so good at it now.
I am a veteran at this. I can do it. I've done it before. I can do it again. And that's just how much I want some money right now.
So, but like, even though I know I've done it and I could do it and I've done it before and I could do it again, I still think I'm going to opt for less money to stay at home.
Yeah. Now, if you were to reframe the question, okay?
Okay.
If you were to reframe the question to being this, $240,000 a year, working at a company that's stupid, 5 days a week in office versus half that salary, 120 grand. That's even not a salary. It's just me working for myself, doing what I want to do day in, day out without having to answer to anybody.
Oh, easily. Yes.
Keep the bag. I'll take my
Correct.
portion of it and I will live extremely happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you on that.
So
for sure.
that's my problem with the hypothetical question there, which is if you want me to take the lower side, I need something more attractive for me other than just I get to stay at home. Because just because I'm staying at home, if I'm working for the same company doing the same job with two different salaries based on location, in office or at home, I'm still working for a dumb company, right?
True, but I do think it's a lot more difficult to micromanage somebody when they're working from home. Right? I think it's a lot easier to be like, "Hey, this is your deadline. Just make sure you get it done within this time frame." So I feel like you have somebody off your back. Does that make sense?
I would if I hadn't seen and experienced people working from home with the company looking and watching and tracking every minute of your day.
Yeah, no,
If
Teams
anything,
is
yeah, because depending on the job, depending on the company, depending on your boss, working from home might get more micromanaged than if you were in the office. Because if I'm in the office, they think I'm in there somewhere. I can hide. But they're just glad to know I'm there.
True. How many hours do you think you've spent in the bathroom at the office?
Oh, I got my money's worth. A mom wants to know if she's overreacting because her kid was given melatonin at a sleepover.
Wow.
Yeah. One mom on the parenting Reddit wants to know if she's overreacting after another family gave her son melatonin multiple times during a trip. She says in the original post, "I'm feeling so shocked and angry. My son came home today from a 3-day vacation with his friend and his family. We were all talking about his time, and he mentioned he's excited to sleep in his own bed as he was sharing a bed with his friend during the trip. We asked if he was hard to sleep with, and he answered with, well, nobody snored, and we took melatonin." This was the first this mom had heard of it. She says, "The way my husband and I begged his pardon, our son thought we were mad at him. Obviously not his fault, but we weren't asked if they could give him anything." Not only is she upset that they didn't ask permission, she's also angry with herself for not teaching her child not to take medicine from people who are not his parents or his doctor. She says, "I'm feeling very irresponsible for not having a talk with him about this, never taking anything from anyone, even parents, but it just didn't cross my mind. I didn't think I needed to. That was so incredibly stupid of me. I can't believe it." She also wanted reassurance that she's not overreacting. Is she, Rebekah?
I don't think she is. I think you have to ask. I think you got to say like, "Hey, your kid's not sleeping well. You cool if I give him a melatonin? We give it to our kids all the time." And then you let the parent make that decision. I don't think you can just give a baby drugs. I mean, I understand the enticement to do so. Like, put those kids down.
Yeah.
Knock them on out. I get it.
Yeah. Especially if you have a bunch of friends along,
Yeah.
like let's imagine you're the mom, okay,
Mhm.
and it's you and your husband, and you've got 2 kids, and you
Yeah.
tell them each you can bring a friend on this family trip. So now you've got 4 kids.
Right.
I get it if at some point you're like, I've had it, I've had enough. This
Yeah.
is a terrible idea. I'm just going to slip some melatonin in their sodas and then enjoy the evening.
Because at this point, it's like a 5-day slumber party. It's just never going to end. And I get getting to a breaking point and being like a little slippy in the milk will be fine. I get it. But you still have to ask.
Well, therein lies the strategy, which is if you're the parent who is giving the melatonin to the children, okay, and you've got the visiting child from another family.
Yeah.
You have two options and two options only. One, you ask the parents of the visiting child, hey, is it okay if we knock them out with some melatonin for bed?
Right.
Our kids take it all the time. Totally cool. But we'll leave it up to you.
Yeah.
Then the other option is you just do it and don't ask anybody, but you don't tell the kids at all that you're doing it.
That was the biggest mistake of all. You don't tell those kids. You just put it in their drinks, and then nobody is the wiser.
Right. You either have to be 100% honest,
yep,
or 100% lying.
Yeah, you're so right. You are absolutely right about it.
And you're going to have to live with the consequences either way.
Correct.
But if done properly, the kids will never know.
Exactly. Everybody go night-night.
It is kind of a frightening thing, though, that someone would think it's okay. And this is what we're talking about. Someone would think it's okay to drug another person's kid.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are going to say, that's not the same thing. This is melatonin. It's not like you're slipping them benzos or something, but
no, it's a slippery slope. If you're willing to do it now, who's to say you're not willing to do it later with like Vicodin or something else?
Especially if the kid's built up enough tolerance to melatonin, then you got to step up your pill game to something more dangerous.
Benadryl only works so many times.
That's why I need Benadryl Plus.
You're too far gone.
Got Benadryl on tap.
Just put it directly into my veins. It will be fine.
Timmy, where'd you learn how to shoot up?
Like, this is legit the original like Dare situation. Or like, you don't take candy from strangers, right? Don't take melatonin from Timmy's mom.
Yeah. And look, I get it. That's like, I do feel bad for this mom for feeling so responsible and feeling so much guilt about not having had this discussion with her child, like saying, hey, you are only supposed to take medicine from me or your doctor, and that's it. Nobody else. If Johnny's mom offers you something, you say no, or you have to ask me, and that's okay. And if they don't respect it, you call me immediately.
Yeah.
I completely understand why she wouldn't think she'd have to have that conversation, because it's such an astronomical thing to imagine another parent giving another kid that is not theirs something out of the medicine cabinet.
Yeah, that's fascinating to me that this other mom just had no idea it would be a big deal at all to give somebody else's kid any type of drug whatsoever. I mean, I would probably call somebody else's parent if I'm just giving like Tylenol.
Yeah, I wouldn't give another family's kid a Flintstone vitamin.
No.
Even though I know it's fine and it's mostly sugar anyway, I still wouldn't do it without asking if they're cool with it.
Exactly. So I don't understand the other parent in the scenario not knowing that it just isn't cool to offer other kids drugs.
Right. But keep in mind, I am firmly implanted on the side that it's totally okay to slip it to them unknowingly.
I agree. I so agree. It's one or the other. There is no middle ground here.
No. I think that's enough unsolicited for today. I feel like we've mildly implicated ourselves in felonious activities. Not that we've done them. We're just saying we're not 100% against them.
Correct.
If you are listening to us, follow the show on your favorite listening platform so you don't miss an episode. Leave us a 5-star review. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was Unsolicited.